Hello, welcome to The Consumers. I'm Tim Convey. That is Sean O'Brien. Greg Warren joining us shortly. He's on this episode, but this episode is the TastyKakes episode.
That's right, Timmy.
We recorded a few weeks ago, and it's coming out today, but Sean and I wanted to show up and just say hello as a little preamble, let you know a few things going on right now in the consumers world.
That's exactly it.
So yeah, we're going to tell you about some shows coming up. We're even going to do some comments. Last week's episode was the Sears episode. Sean was not there. John Heffron filled in, did a heck of a job.
Yep.
And it was fun, but good to have you back. And TastyKakes, I don't want to give too much away, but great episode.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's we got a nice little run after that too. Like you'll see, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah,
but I'm saying you get TastyKakes, and then the week after, there's going to be a nice little tie.
Yep, there you go.
You can't give too much reveal. No. So
very, very sweet though. So yeah, Greg's showing up here in just a little bit. But you just did your Nateland taping.
Just did it. Just got back
last night.
You were in Nashville. Got off the road. Man, what a fun time. You know, these things are like, this is big, man, for, guy at my level. And I was like, oh, man, all right, this is going on. Nate's, this is like your stand-up on his thing.
Yeah.
One shot. And it was a lot of fun, man. I mean, it's so hard to, like, evaluate and be like, yeah, I think I did really well.
Multiple people said, who would be honest, said you had a great set.
Yeah, man. I think I would say, it was a great set.
Yeah.
I think it was a great set. But it was fun. I met some great people, some great comics on the bill. Awesome people. Shout out my buddy Nathan, consumer person I saw there.
Member of the Coterie.
Member of the Coterie. Let's just say it, gang. It's the Coterie. And yeah, I think somebody else was there. I'm the guys. I'm done.
But yeah, some Coterie, some consumers
listeners. Yeah,
there.
And so it was nice. A little high five. I was smelling great. They were into it. I was getting hugs. They're like, "Hey, I get it now."
Oh, the whole lab at Zany's smelled great because of you.
I loved it. So
and then,
man,
that's Nateland the Showcase. This is the new season 3 that's coming out. Features Sean and myself. So I'm going down there. Tomorrow, Tuesday, when this episode comes out.
Yeah, so if you're watching this now and you're in Nashville area, if it's not sold out, which it will sell out, unless it might even already be by the time, but who knows?
Zany's Nashville in the lab, Nateland season 3, the Showcase, me and a handful of other great comics. And then those will be out, I think, late summer, early fall, they start putting them out.
Yeah, I think it goes. I think Adrian was saying, I think it's like late July, like whatever, like the first.
Oh, wow.
Not first Friday, like July, I don't know, 22nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever Friday is in there. And then I think it's like maybe 15 of them. And just like, I think everyone gets their own week.
New comic every week.
Yeah,
that's
new comic
awesome.
Every week.
So,
they punt them out. So, yeah, man, I'm excited and really thankful. And, my buddy, our guy, I got to thank, to Greg. He was heavily responsible for this, man. He was. I mean, he's just like, I got to, really polish this material and get it right just so many weeks on the road with him.
Yeah.
And, with him and I obviously bust chops better than everyone, but we know, dude, I love the guy. He's like a third brother to both of us, man.
Yeah.
And so, like right now, I was like, hey, man, let's pound on Greg. He's not here. We got the floor.
Yeah, I know.
We got 5 minutes.
Randy wants to get in on a few shots.
Guys, that's Randy. He loved it. Randy loved that. I was like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to roast Greg for 5. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna. I'll be next to nice, but Greg was the man making. I mean, big key in making that happen. I think for both of us. So, great time, dude. You'll love it. You'll have a blast tomorrow.
Yeah, so, I'm glad it went well. I'm excited.
A lot of fun.
Man. And look for those Nateland YouTube channel. So if you watch the Consumers on YouTube, you're on the channel where our specials will come out, and you can obviously still catch Greg's anytime you want. It's called The Champ.
Better believe it.
All right, before we get to the full episode, want to do a few plugs and a few comments. Greg this weekend is in Myrtle Beach at the Comedy Cabana. So that is June 29th through July 5th. I think he's going with our pal Rafe. So that'll be great shows, Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach. And then Zany's Nashville, right back to Nashville, July 11th and 12th, Friday and Saturday. I think just 4 shows. That is Greg. That is Sean. And that is me. We will all be there.
That's the trifecta, guys.
Stand up. It's not a live podcast, but you get to see Greg, Sean, and myself July 11th and 12th Zanies, Nashville. Again, in the lab. Tickets available for that right now. And then Greg's The Funny Bone in Des Moines, July 26th and 27th. GregWarrenComedy.com. My stuff, TimConveyStuff.com. August 8th, 9th, and 10th, I'm taking Can You Feel the Punk Tonight on the road. It's all your favorite Disney songs by a cool rock band. We're in St. Louis, Chicago, and Madison, all coming up, so check those out. And then the aforementioned Randy, our producer, you guys may know he plays bass in a Stevie Nicks tribute band called Stand Back. They will be making, is it your debut, your first show ever?
Randy?
Kind of. Oh, good bit.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Randy.
Yeah, actually.
The guy is on point, everybody.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, it is our debut. We're playing with the Bob Seger tribute band. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks for mentioning that. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got it. I didn't mention it yet. I'm sorry I stepped on your yawn there. I stepped on your bed. I'm sorry. Chesterfield Amphitheater, July 7th. Stand Back, a tribute to Stevie Nicks with Randy Cash on bass. So, yeah, you play some Fleetwood songs too, right?
Yeah, we do. Okay. We play like Gypsy and Rhiannon and, all the ones that are F and G. So
great.
Basically.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
A few comments from the Sears episode because we won't get to them otherwise. But yeah, great episode. Super fun. People have some good stories. Kristen Fox 4412 said, Sears was a staple in my early childhood. My mom always reminds me of when I was 5 years old and a lady in public would say, oh, where did you get such beautiful hair? And without skipping a beat, I replied in all seriousness, Sears.
Love it.
Love it. Jeans Virtue 2246 says, in the early 1970s, I worked for Sears in the New York buying office. They paid so poorly. After a few years there, I applied for a Sears credit card and was turned down because I did not make enough money.
Love it, but don't love it in that fact. Yeah, wow.
Sears wouldn't give their own people. It's too bad.
Yeah. Maybe it's that thing of like, that's why we don't want to pay too much. So then you have an excuse to get a credit card.
Right. Well, but they should, maybe they'd still be in business if they were dishing those things out.
I agree, man. Yeah, that was bad calling Sears.
Jason Vall, 9770 said, I grew up in the Chicagoland area and yep, tons of Sears homes still up and in fine shape. So Sears, you could order a Sears home and they'd send you the kit and you'd get contractors to put it together. So people live in Sears homes. There are tons throughout the Chicagoland area.
Really?
Still up and in great shape. People were posting pictures in the consumers Facebook group and they look great.
No kidding. So you're talking like everything, all the construction from it, everything is basically all Sears products. The entire house is what was ever
so. And the design, I mean, they had these kits.
Well, that's just banana peppers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, banana peppers. You could check out the Sears episode. I think you'd like it.
I'll give it a watch, man. We'll see how you guys did.
Brandon Stone 77 said, I'm planning a trip to the What You Talking About Willis Tower. It's the Willis Tower up in Chicago, a.k.a. Halloween Spirit Tower. Great episode, even though I missed Sean. John Heffron is an amazing comic.
John is.
And a great guest for the podcast. Greg, I love you, but confusing snowboarding with tubing is absolutely unhinged.
Oh, no. That's not good for business.
He got confused. I know. Still a big fan, Greg. Keep up the great work, fellas.
Big fan of you, too.
And then Sean Dunn, U6N, said, I've been looking to get into new podcasts and music. Would Randy be willing to tell us what he listens to while Greg is talking during the podcast recordings?
I love that too. But man, I can't take this guy. Just let me drown him out.
I'm listening to Ludo mostly, man.
Yeah.
See, that's how you do it, Randy. That guy, that's a supporter right there, Timmy.
That is a supporter. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll turn it over to the full episode of Tasty Cakes starring Greg Warren.
He'll be right there.
2
seconds.
Thank you, guys. Have fun. You got the right to charge your phone.
Welcome to the consumers. My name is Greg Warren. I'm here today with Sean O'Brien.
Gregory.
How's it going, buddy?
Good, man.
Going pretty utilitarian today. You got
all of us, man.
Just a black plain T-shirt.
Yeah, man. Nothing fancy today.
Let me ask you.
Kept it easy.
Did you purchase that T-shirt or did you rent it?
Well, if I rented it, that means I got to probably give it back in the next few days. So, no, you're lucky. I bought this one.
Oh, good.
I paid cash and everything. I got change.
You don't wear...
Tim Convey's also with us.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for having me.
You got some sort of... Is it a racing gear or something? A racing sweatshirt?
This is a...
It's from Hawaii.
Yeah, it's a shop in Hawaii where I went there on our honeymoon. We got
Oh,
married.
yeah.
And I kind of fell in love with this place, and I've since ordered things from there. It's called the Aloha Exchange, and this is something I ordered. I didn't get on that trip. I ordered from them later.
Gotcha.
And they just have cool stuff. I mean, I obviously don't surf. You may be aware, but there's something about their stuff that's good.
Yeah.
Priced right.
Well,
Aloha
you
Exchange.
didn't attend Notre Dame and you wear all their stuff, so.
I do. I need to start getting that more in the rotation in here
Yeah.
with you guys.
Oh,
normalize it a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you could.
Yeah, man, I'll give you credit. I mean, it's off season right now. So
Yeah.
like I'm not wearing a lot of Bill stuff right now. It's like, what are you doing? Promoting the team for what? Training camp.
So that's why you do it, is to promote the team.
It's just fun to wear Bill stuff during the season.
You don't
Yeah.
wear
So
it during the off
It's not
season.
like
Yeah.
well, honestly, it's mostly hoodies.
Yeah.
It's like I have a couple T-shirts.
Pretty
I think,
warm here
but,
in St. Louis.
Got
for-
hot today.
For those of you who are not in the area.
Chilly in the Randyland studios, though.
Yeah, by the way, Randy Cash is not with us today.
Randy
Eric
out.
is stepping in again. Eric, how you doing?
He's back.
I'm good. Thanks for having me back, guys.
You
I
bet, buddy.
appreciate it.
Eric,
bet.
very popular with the coterie.
Oh, yeah, they like Eric?
They liked Eric a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
The Pecan Sisters joke.
Oh, yeah, man. I think our boy Gabriel might have got in on that one.
Yeah, was a huge fan.
Yeah, you make Gabriel happy, you're doing well. That guy is a stickler.
They also appreciated.
He's fair. I've always said that.
Yeah. They also appreciated Eric's response time. If you're aware,
Oh yeah.
when we ask Randy a question, he kind of goes.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
stretch a little bit. He'll reach
Yeah,
up.
he answers it on the next episode.
Yeah.
And he comes in hot.
Yeah,
You're
he does.
Hey, Randy, how you doing today? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing pretty good.
Oh man, pretty good. But Eric, quick response time, and people appreciated that.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good to have you back, buddy.
Like I said, thanks for having me. It was nice to actually get some positive comments on the internet for once.
Oh, yeah, man. You've been getting hammered a little bit?
Oh, every single day for the last 6 years.
Yeah, I've been
So,
getting some of that.
Yeah, I appreciate the
It's
coterie.
not fun, man.
No, it is not.
It's not fun at all.
Sean,
Oh yeah, people don't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah, Sean's not
I
had a
lost
great.
all friends.
Sean got hit pretty hard
Apparently, yeah, man.
over the suit rental thing and it's
the cologne. It was the cologne.
sitting on $6,000 in cologne really offended some people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
That
made
was-
me realize.
I tried. I've tried to explain it. I'm at peace with it. It's like,
We'll get to it with the comments,
What
but
are you
yeah,
doing?
I think.
Oh, they're
I
still coming in. Huh?
I definitely want you to say your piece.
still coming in.
He
Oh
said
yeah.
his piece a few times.
We can.
Yeah, he said some crazy stuff on that episode.
Oh yeah.
One
I was
thing
on-
I think it was like we put out clips on this podcast.
We do.
Usually, and they'll be on your social media. We usually put out 2 per episode. We put out 1 last time because the second one we're going to use, I was like, nah, we can't put that out. He even for him, he sounds way too unreasonable, and I don't want him to take that much flack. Like he just sounds crazy on this.
Yeah.
Did you watch that clip? The one that we said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of context, it would have been a bad look.
In context, not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I can't remember. I mean, we preview a bunch of them, so I think I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. It was unreasonable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not 100% sure what we're talking about, but that's all right.
That's all right, buddy. You doing all right though? Otherwise,
I'm good, man. I did have that wedding, so
Oh,
I know
yeah.
the timeline's all screwed up.
Yeah.
Because we gotta bank some episodes for a little bit. So
Oh, yeah.
when you're hearing this, the wedding will be at the point like 3 weeks ago is what I'm saying.
You missed last podcast.
I missed the last podcast. Yeah.
John
I was-
Heffron filled in for you.
I was John Heffron was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, John's great.
Terrific.
you got to hang out with him at the club, right?
Got the hang. Yeah, so boy, I'm trying to put this to sleep, but John's got an idea, man.
He's got a ton of business ideas.
Yeah, he legitimately pulled me aside. John Heffron
Yeah.
was in the last 3 days and said, "Dude, listen, this is what you have to do." I go, "What?" He goes, "You got to sell your own line of cologne." I go, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Well, I'm just kind of like, I know he's just talking crazy." And then I guess there's this thing. It's called like off label, white label, where like you get like what is made by a big company, and they just kind of reformulate. Like, so if you got Coke, it's basically that, but just a little different, and then they slap your own label on.
Yeah. It's like a lot of the
I don't know how it works.
Randy brand stuff that he gets. You know what I mean? They always say like you don't necessarily know what, but we've talked about this on here that like Starbucks, there's a good chance, actually makes the Costco coffee.
Yeah.
I doubt
That's
it.
right.
I doubt it.
That's just an example. I don't
No,
know
I know
which
you're
one is
saying,
real,
Tim.
but
Yeah.
that exists out there quite a bit.
That does, yeah.
Yeah, like isn't I mean, we don't know this, but Great Value could be
Yeah,
not
in
Jif.
theory it could be
yeah,
Could be Jif.
It could be. I don't think Jif
Probably
does that.
isn't.
No, I remember. I think Hills Brothers Coffee was a brand we competed against when I was Folgers, and the rumor was they were a lot of people's private label coffee. You know, that happens. I don't know. I wonder with Great Value though if because they're it's Walmart. They're so big if they don't have their own manufacturing facilities
Yeah, I
where
agree
they
with
make
that.
all that stuff. But I'm not sure.
Who knows? Especially people, if you're in business with Walmart, there might be some give and take there with that type of thing.
Yeah, it's not as much as you think.
Really?
You do get in. You bump up against each other on some stuff, man.
Interesting.
What used to make us angry, and I've talked about this in my act, is the private label. It's like they would come dangerously close to being like, "Yeah, guys, it's a copyright infringement. You're trying to make it look as much like Jif as you can, and we don't want to sue you because you're our biggest customer. You
Right.
know, like we don't want to sue you guys, but there are some like you can't.
You got to draw a line.
You got to take it
somewhere.
easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, knowing that happens, though, I would be surprised if any of them were in the business of, for example, if Coke is going to make Convi Cola for me. You know what I mean?
I like that, man.
Well, yeah.
Country Club Cola is what we call it.
I don't belong to a country club.
He kept his voice down on this one.
Where did he think?
No. Yeah, he flipped out the last
kept
episode.
the octave fairly low.
Still
on this
don't.
one.
Still don't belong to a country club. Never have.
Golf. Yeah, man.
All right, where do you? I can't imagine that they're going to make such small quantities. No offense to your.
No, not tell you. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. John was saying like anybody can do it. You know it. Then I'm not talking just like whatever, like hot sauce.
Right. Can you see it?
But I feel like you need a lot of money, a lot more than $6,000.
Well,
I think
and-
you
No,
need.
I don't think you do, man.
Really to start up to
we
your
might.
own?
We might. Is this thing going to be smoky or fruity?
That's a good question.
Fruity. All due
Fruity, right?
respect.
Because you didn't like the smoke.
Yeah,
All
I
due
think it was
respect.
a bad batch.
Think about all the cologne commercials that you see, and then you're going to see one.
With O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Yeah, man. I
Just-
like it. It
just-
would cut through, wouldn't it?
It was.
Just
He
give me
doesn't, he doesn't look at all like any of the cologne models.
Not at
No,
all.
it'd stick out.
No, I definitely don't. Just have me like coming off
Yeah.
a semi, having like a trucker hat on.
My buddies did that. So I have good friends who do radio and podcast over in Australia, Hamish and Andy. And they did. Hamish was like, Andy, you need to have your own cologne. So they released in Australia and sold quite a few. Andy by Hamish. And I got the bottle in my
That's very
shelf at
funny.
home.
Love it.
It's pretty Andy by Hamish. And it's
I
all,
like that.
It's like very, all the photography and all the marketing stuff is very mysterious. And it's just Andy like
Man,
this
that's
doing
great.
the look. Yeah.
That's good.
Dude, you're
Pretty
sitting
great.
there, you gotta get
And
that thing in there,
smells
man.
great.
Yeah,
We
you gotta
should
get
do
it
this,
in here,
man. We should do this.
I
This
mean,
is how we-
yeah.
this is,
I think
you
I
know.
need I think it's like at least $15,000, which I don't have.
Well, we know where you have 6 of that.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah.
It's-
You're a third of the way there.
We'll talk about this later, but it's just people don't listen, and I give up. So.
No, but let's
a lot of times we do listen and we still think what you said was unreasonable. And then you go, you just don't listen. We're like, no, we listened. We listened. We heard. We just still think that you're a little bit crazy.
Okay.
And John thinks what? That you should be selling this at shows, selling this at the Nateland store.
Yeah, I mean, he just thinks it'd be he's like, dude, with this like little thing of you and your, because I don't have a look. I look like I umpire Little League baseball or something. I just don't fit.
That's a good one.
Cologne guys definitely have a very, very, just traditionally handsome guys. So I don't know. There is something. The concept is funny to me, but it would also come down to
Late 90s, though, you were hot, though, right?
Oh man,
money in the bank, man.
Yeah,
Couldn't miss, man. In mid 2000s, I was cooking too.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory days, I was on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Money in the
I remember
bank.
that.
Yeah. I think
knew-
that's from.
I
think
met
a
a
wrestler said
few
that.
of your girlfriends. They were really pretty girls.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Heather's very pretty. See, you're still
I hope
handsome.
so, man.
Yeah.
So
You could get some inexpensive scent somewhere, and then just sort of buy the packaging for it, put it in, and sell it at shows. I could see that working.
yeah, but you don't want the key. The whole thing in this is the scent has to be. It's got to be solid. It's got to be
Why?
a good scent. Why? Because then, I mean, that's just like.
But isn't the idea you're selling it at shows and people are like this guy and he talks about his cologne a bit. And now I bought,
Yeah, but it's that thing of like you open, you're like, oh God, it's just
but
there's
man,
got to be like a mid tier. Like
We got the high tier and it was terrible. You said it was.
you left the room, man. How would you know?
You said
ran
it was
away here
because you said it was bad.
I did say that specific one, in my opinion, yes.
Okay.
My opinion was definitely not good.
So how was the wedding?
That's what I'm gonna go for.
How was the wedding?
Wedding was great. I did rent. Looked pretty sharp.
A suit.
Looked pretty sharp. Now, this is to put this about the next event. I'm going to your guy. We talked about this.
Yep.
We get measured up, buy the suit. Funny thing though, so I fly to Rochester. You can't go direct. I had a layover in Baltimore, and so I'm sitting at there's a seafood place. It's called like R&S Seafood, I believe. It's right in the center, in the Southwest Terminal, or whatever terminal is in Baltimore. And so people just eating, drinking, quiet, minding, and this woman just on the phone, just so loud. She's like, she's like, I told them, you put that. Well, that's what you get. That's what you get. Just you're like, oh, and everyone's doing this, and just like, and it's just like, oh my God, this is brutal.
Is she phone to her ear? Is she on an earpiece or is she speaker?
Phone to ear, and I'm looking at this one guy. I'm like, I know, dude. I go, I got headphones. I go, you know what, man? I go, hey, man, good luck. I go, I'm not even gonna order here. So the bartender comes back, and I'm like, I go, man, I'm too tired. I go, I'm sorry. I go, I'm good. I don't need anything. I go, and the bartender goes, okay, and she walks away. It's the greatest move I've ever seen. Just goes to whatever, like wherever the speaker is, the music that was playing overhead in the bar, and just ripped it. Just took it from a 4 to a 10, sarcastically loud. The music. I mean, so loud. I couldn't believe it. So then she comes over. The lady's like, oh, I can't. And then she's like, hey, what's going on in the music? And then the bartender's like, oh, yeah, we play music here so other people can enjoy the music. And I mean, the woman's like, and just took off, man. And everyone, we just 8 of us, man. Just a round of applause for the bartender.
Everybody
I
loved
remember
it.
her name. It was just such a pro move, man.
Yeah.
And then she went back, turned it down because it was so unreasonably loud.
Yeah.
It was ridiculously loud.
Did
And
the
then she
woman
turned it back.
leave?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. We had
That's
the round
great.
of applause. I mean, we're high-fiving people. It was beautiful.
Huge.
So I stayed. I had my shrimp cocktail. Life was okay, man. Great seafood there in Baltimore. So, but I was
That's
like, what
awesome.
a play, because I was this close. I was like, I'm going to say something, but I'm really cranky. I'm in a real bad mood right now, and flights are delayed. Blah, 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 and I'm like, I'm going to be really mean to this.
I got to
woman.
get this suit back.
I got to get the suit. So
That's
it
great.
worked out really well. And I was like, that's a pro right there. That's a good move. Like, how do you blow her out of the room without having to say a word to her?
Yeah.
Just
And it sounds like
Just
you
great.
inspired her to finally solve the problem.
I said I
so
was
it's
leaving.
good.
I go, I
It's
love
great.
it here. I go, and I just did
great.
one of these with the thigh. I go, it's over here. I go, this is too much. Ripped it up. So
Eric, if he starts talking about my small Greg Warren brain, just crank the music for a while.
Eric liked it.
Eric liked it.
The brand this week is TastyKake. TastyKake. TastyKake.
Oh boy.
You can see it.
I know almost nothing about this brand. It is not familiar to me. I am flying as blind here as I was on Sean's cologne.
That's okay, buddy.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's still
And
going to
that's
be
why
exciting.
we're here to learn, man.
I have gotten, since the Little Debbie episode, I've gotten way into the snack cake segment.
Yeah.
It is something that I think I mentioned I had some Little Debbie when I was in high school. I had some Hostess when I was in high school. And it's something that I really haven't paid much attention to. And just going through the shelves, I love it. We're going to do Hostess real soon.
Mm-hmm.
There's another key player that I forgot about. That's Entenmann's,
Sure.
which is another, we got to do that at some point.
I'm a big fan.
That guy just passed away too. It was big news.
Entenmann?
I mean, like not just within like the last year.
Oh,
It
really?
was big news.
Was his last name Entenmann, or did they spin it off?
I think it was.
Entenmann, yeah. I love Entenmann. That's an East Coast thing. I never
big
knew
time.
what it was until I went to visit my relatives in New Jersey, I think it was. And they had some Entenmann's. It's great stuff. My grandma had it. And we've got it now. So they're all fighting. It's a war, man. I hit the stores this week. Yesterday, I hit the stores looking around. It is a war between Little Debbie, Hostess, Entenmann's gets in there. TastyKake is kind of an outsider, but they're making progress in a few areas. Then there's Drake's, which we haven't talked much about. I think that's Devil Dogs. Those are up on in the Northeast.
And that's a feud we're trying not to get involved in, the whole
Drake
the whole
and
Kendrick thing. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably
It's
why.
a risk, man. It could damage the brand.
Aletha brought it up, and we've tried to stay away.
Exactly. Aletha did bring that up. And then there's the sort of Hispanic pastries that have sort of made their way in to a lot of places. I don't know what brand. I think it's called Bimbo or something like that.
Oh yeah, I know Bimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I might be missing a couple more, but it is, and man, they go after each other, and you can tell. Like in some stores, they're not even there. You know, like some stores, like no, we're going to have 2.
We're not messing with
Yeah.
Entenmann's or Bimbo or whatever.
So TastyKake, I had always heard about. It's a Philly brand,
Okay.
and I just saw it at a gas station maybe a year ago and tried it. I was like, this is really good.
Huh.
I think I told you guys I tried one of these donut sticks right here.
Okay.
It was outstanding. And then I don't know. I think we should get into it. So let's do it. Philip Bauer. They had the Bauer Baking Company over there in Pittsburgh. His dad did. And he sold the business to Ward Baking in 1913. And
how far was this from Randyland?
Oh, that's a good
The
question.
real Randyland.
It couldn't have been far.
Okay.
It could not have been far.
Okay. Shout out. Pittsburgh.
Because you can see downtown Pittsburgh from Randyland.
Right.
I was there. I did the groundwork on that one. And you guys are going to find out I did some real groundwork on this one.
No, great.
The type of stuff that somebody hasn't been willing to do.
Greg is motioning towards Sean O'Brien.
Yeah. Thank you for being
Okay.
careful with our audio listeners.
You
I
got
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's nice.
So part of the agreement was, hey, we're going to sell this thing to you guys in Pittsburgh. And Ward said, yeah, we're going to buy it, but you guys can't open anything within 100 miles, 100-mile radius. Tim, what's the plural of radius?
Radii?
Good job. I'm pretty sure you're right on that. It's not radiuses.
No.
Yeah, radii, I think you're right.
Cool.
So they went to Philly, which is more than 100 miles away. And he teamed up with Herbert Morris, who is an egg salesman. And they started TastyKake on Sedgley Avenue in Germantown, that section of Philly. When Herbert's wife tried one of the first TastyKakes, she said, that is a tasty cake. They did not have the name at that point.
Just fell in her lap.
Yeah,
She just said, that is a tasty cake. And they're like, we're going with that.
Yeah.
They must have thought at that time, well, I know my wife, she's functionally illiterate, so she probably spells it with a K in her mind, so we're going to call it TastyKake with a K.
That's great.
Yeah.
And ugly grandchildren. Little Debbie, they had that at their disposal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Cute granddaughter, they put her on the thing.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
people, not as fortunate.
That's what she
No.
said. This is a tasty cake. That's what they say, she said. This is a tasty cake. Now let's call it tasty cake. Lucky she didn't say, like, these things suck, because that would have been...
tough road for that business.
Yeah. At that point, this thing's probably not taking off.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
And here's why. Because I think if you had that name, which is so preposterous,
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, everyone would have to at least try it.
It's the
Just because it's so absurd.
Led Zeppelin thing when they
What's
got
that?
together. Maybe this quote was about the Yardbirds or something, but they were like, "Oh, this is going to go over about as well as a Led Zeppelin," and so they're like,
There you
what
go.
we're calling
I see what
the
you're saying.
band.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's where it came from.
I like it, man.
I got it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like
Led Zeppelin. Obviously, would
that jeweler, Steven Singer. His website is I Hate Steven Singer.
Oh, that's a jeweler.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he sells jewelry.
Okay,
I Hate Steven Singer.
it's funny.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
A Boston student created the logo. Can you find a box here somewhere? They said it's a girl on the logo, but I don't see it. It's just a kind of a classic looking all caps tasty cake. The original slogan was the cake that made mother stop baking.
Oh, smart.
Kind of smart.
I like it.
You think it was true?
No. The idea is that it was so good that they're like, well, either it was so convenient that they're like, I don't even need to anymore.
Or she was like, you know what, these things are, what's the point?
Yeah, right.
I can't beat this.
Yeah,
I can't do as well as
it's
it.
a good slogan.
I like it. I think their current slogan is nobody bakes a cake as tasty as tasty cake.
That's a bit
Trim
of
the fat.
bit of a mouthful.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
And it starts out like the Sarah Lee thing.
Oh, yeah, you
The
think
nobody, just even starting with
that's-
nobody.
these guys might have been there first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
We're talking about 1913 is when they opened up in Philly.
Okay.
Okay. They sold them at 10 cents a cake. They were full size frosted loaf cakes back then. 10 cents a cake. They sold 28 the first day, 222 cakes in the first week. They apparently pioneered a baking process that kept treats fresh longer. That process involved a precise temperature control.
Oh.
So apparently, if you go to some of these other bakeries, commercial bakeries, let's say maybe Hostess or something like that, and you're like, hey, what temperature should I cook this?
350,
Make it
400.
hot. Yeah, make it hot. I would say make it hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 350, 400.
Yeah, just put your
Could
hand.
you dial
just
it in a
kinda
little
feel
bit? Nah, just whatever. Yeah, precise temperature control.
But in all honesty, do you think that temperature control has to do with while they're baking, or do you think in terms of it keeping longer has to do with it afterwards?
It's a good question. I think it's while they're baking, actually.
Okay.
And then the right amount of air supposedly going through the product.
Air is crucial, Sean.
And they
Yeah, big deal.
apparently, I think they test the air and the temperature levels like every 15 minutes. They were, from what I can tell, one of the first bakery brands to individually wrap stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they did it by hand with wax paper early on. Now,
That
of
is
course, it's
correct.
by machine. And 1920, the first, I think, was the first individually wrapped stuff came when they moved locations from that Sedgley Avenue location. Those were the chocolate juniors and the coconut juniors.
Okay.
That was in the early days. I could not find, you can't get chocolate juniors and coconut juniors, any of the juniors in St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
not
get 'em.
familiar with what that is.
Can't
at
get
all.
them. They're like cakes, basically like a layer of frosting, a cake, a layer of frosting, cake, layer of frosting,
Okay.
like a lot of frosting cake, like in different layers. My friend Meredith, who is a publicist, she's has done some publicity for me. She lives in in Philly, and she's great. And I called her this morning. I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you. She's like, oh yeah, it's a big deal here. She told me a story about these chocolate juniors. Her son Matty, who I've known since he was a kid, back when I would go do the comedy club in Philly, she would drive us to radio, and her little boy would be in the back. And now he's not a little boy anymore. But she said when he's a little kid, they were always telling him, like, you got to try new things. You got to try new things like vegetables, fruits and foods that that you're unfamiliar with, or that you think maybe onions. Try onions or whatever. So he was with his grandma. They live in an apartment complex, I think, at one point, and there was like a snack machine, and they had these chocolate juniors. He's like, Mom's always saying I should try new things. I'm going to try this chocolate cake. Like, I don't think that's what she was getting at, but yeah, he thought he was doing the right thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I mean,
try it.
technically.
Yeah, no, he was right technically. In 1927 came a bombshell. That is the butterscotch crimpet. That is this thing right here. Okay, these are the number 2 item in the TastyKake lineup.
Okay,
the butterscotch. It's basically a sponge cake with some icing on top, thick level of icing on top, and they crimp it. They kind of cut it around in like little sections.
Cream inside? Because it looks like an iced Twinkie, if I had to describe it.
I don't think there's cream inside.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to try all this stuff pretty soon.
Okay.
Check this out, man. This is where I went above and beyond. Could not find these at Deerberg's. Could not then find them at Super Walmart. Could not find them at Schnucks. Could not find them in 2 convenience stores. So I'm like, I'm going to try one more place at this convenience store in, over on Brentwood Boulevard, where I first found TastyKake. I was heading over there. So I'm on Kirkwood Road, and what's right in front of me?
I don't know.
TastyKake truck.
Get out.
Yeah, he's got TastyKakes on the back of his truck, all right? Other brands, too, like Nature's Own Bread, and I think Wonder or something like that. So I'm like, I'm following this guy to wherever he's going. I'm going to follow. I'm going to chase him down. So I follow the truck. He pulls over at Manor Grove Retirement Home.
Okay.
He's delivering bread there. He gets out of the truck. I park the car. I'm like, hey, man, I got a podcast. We're talking TastyKake. Where can I get the butterscotch crimpets? And he's like, he goes, they're tough, man. We run out quick. It's a lot of Philly transplants or Jersey transplants that are here. They want them right away. They're harder to get. I think there's not a big supply of them. And I go, I bought a ton of this stuff last night, but I couldn't find these.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm going to be delivering to Deerbergs probably about 1:30 or 2. And I go, man, I can't do that. We got the podcast. He goes, you got a few bucks on you?
What?
So I bought one I gave him a 20. I bought a box of crimpets off the back of the truck, man.
No way.
Yes, and then I talked
That's
to him.
amazing.
I talked to him for a while about TastyKake and stuff. And he said they came actually back. You remember when Hostess went under for a while?
Yeah.
I think that was around 2010. That's when they showed up. TastyKake.
They
showed
weren't
up.
in St. Louis before that.
They weren't in St. Louis before that. A company in Georgia named Flowers Baking bought them at that point, and that's when around that time.
Okay.
I think in 2011. So and they I think once Hostess went down, it was feeding frenzy. Like, we're going to come in and get in on this. He said they've done well. Deerbergs, which is a grocery store here in St. Louis, carries quite a few items. Schnucks, very limited. Walmart, very limited. I know the grocery business pretty well. Usually you have a shelf, you got a permanent home, which is the shelf. You go in the interior section of the grocery store, and it's like, that's always there. And then you have a secondary location. It's like an end aisle or a little stack or a secondary place. You can get that secondary location. It drives business. These things in a lot of places just didn't even have a permanent location. They just had the second. He's like, hey, we're going to give you one side of this 4-way display unit. You could tell. It's like, oh, we're going to give you this corner of this display unit. And that's kind of what it was. So this guy, Larry's a great dude, man. He used to manage a grocery store, and he's got a route. It was interesting. It was fascinating stuff, man.
Let me ask you, this money you gave Larry, you think that gets back to the mothership, or you think Larry's taking that?
I think Larry should take, he should pay whatever.
Not what should he
I
do?
think it's his business, so I don't think it matters. Like, I think he bought
he's
that
the guy.
business,
Got
so it's like he like, I don't know exactly, because he had a lot of other stuff.
That's his product.
And he told me basically he has like from 44 to like Adams or so. Like, he's only got a certain part, and he supplies with like a bunch of different breads. And it's like, he's got, like I said, a retirement home. He's got a Walmart. He's got a grocery store. He's got a couple convenience stores. So he's the guy. He's on his own, just being like, I'm going to get as much in as I can. Yeah. So I think it's his business.
We should get him in here.
He said, I'd like to get him in here. Yeah. He's a good guy, man.
Seems like it.
But man, chased down a truck. Remember when Sean couldn't find lifesavers?
Yeah, at 2 stores.
Yeah. And did you see him chasing down?
I only went to one.
You see him chasing down that lifesaver truck?
No.
By the way, man,
I bet you the lifesaver truck just drove by, and you're like, I don't have time for that.
No. The optics of that have to be pretty funny.
What?
If I'm in a red light and I'm seeing this go down 50 feet away, I see a guy in Greg's car pull behind, hand cash. This guy's handing him stuff.
Yeah.
I'm calling the DEA. I'm calling the DEA immediately. That's some Breaking Bad stuff, and I don't like it. That's not normal.
Yeah.
I think it's a great story. I love that he did that.
I tried to go above and beyond. I didn't want to get skunked, man.
I love the story. I'm just saying, if you're at a light, man, take a look at that. Draw that up. That smells.
And if you're from around here, and you're not super familiar with TastyKake, it sounds like a made up,
100%.
Like the generic thing a criminal would paint on the side of the.
Yeah, the couple. Hey, what's going on here, guys?
Yeah. People know TastyKake.
Hey, Greg, let's do it.
I don't think they do here.
Let's do it.
Eric, do you know it?
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it.
It's just because it's such a part of Philly. It's such a huge part of Philly.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I pull up. You're Larry.
Yeah.
Greg's Greg.
Yeah.
I'm the cop.
Yeah.
So I pull up. I go behind Greg. And I see you two doing some exchange. So I'll go, hey, Greg. I wouldn't say Greg, obviously. I'd be like, hey, guys, what's happening? What's going on here? And you two, you would say what to the cop?
Well, see, this is where you and I differ. Your first instinct isn't that I would just tell the truth.
That's his point.
I would just say the
point is the truth stinks.
I would just tell the truth. Yeah. This is never like
You're going to jail.
This is never your first instinct. But for me, I'm like, I just say what's happening.
Well, thank you, Tim, for making the point.
You just start spinning out and be like, how can I?
He's saying the cop may not buy it.
That's what Tim
fine,
did.
man.
Yeah, we're saying.
I do a podcast.
Well, here's what's going on. I do a
podcast.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk to this driver about this product, and I was looking for the crimped whatever. He may not buy it. He might
Well, I
get the
wouldn't
cups out.
stutter around like you. I'd come out
Oh, you're
firing.
super eloquent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
I bet you would.
My name's Greg Warren. I have a special out right now called
Oh!
The Champ.
Yeah, you
Plug
pitch
the
it.
special
Plug
first
the
thing.
special for you. Got to
Yeah,
plug the
got
special.
to.
It's all about
Nateland.
marketing, Tim.
Yeah,
You guys
you're
down
right.
there at the station house,
Tell the boys.
tell them
Yeah.
to look at it. Now, if you haven't heard of me, we have a podcast called The Consumers. Okay. By the way, what did I say to
And
Larry?
he go, wait, the one with Sean O'Brien?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Clone guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, what did I say to Larry when I left? We have a
I don't know.
podcast called The Consumers. You might want to check this out, Larry.
Did you give him a
Nice.
card?
You're going to be
Nice.
featured on this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was he interested? Did he seem interested?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, man. Larry might be like the new Andy Woodhull.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Larry may be
Huge.
Yeah, he may be Aletha too.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, Larry may be our guy.
Did you get a picture of him?
Nah.
Oh, come on, man. Content.
I just- I
some
know-
promoter.
You're right.
System,
Oh,
man.
I told the
You're
cop
right, man.
about it.
You're right, man. I'm not good with that stuff, and I need to be
Yeah.
better. But part of me just wants to live life, man. It just happened. I don't want to have to capture every moment.
I do agree with you there, buddy.
Just
I just
want
want to live life, chasing down a tasty
Yeah.
treat
You
truck.
think that ain't living? You think that ain't living?
Stalking
I gotta
commercial
live-
drivers.
Yeah.
You think that's not living?
Sir, pull over.
You know,
pull over.
to each his own, I guess.
That is living, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
When
yeah,
he
you-
looks
you're
back,
living.
he'll think of the day he chased down a TastyKake driver.
Yeah.
His best friend.
And hold
Larry.
on. I apologize if you. How many did you get for $20?
I just got a box.
You got a
I mean,
box,
he was,
okay.
but he was like, I literally had like a 5, and he would have taken it, but I wanted to make him, he's like, no. I'm like, nah, here, man, take it, guy, because I go, because I can't. I go, nah. I'll tell you what. Would you give me, 10 minutes just to tell me a little bit about the business?
Did you talk to him for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think 10 minutes.
Did you guys exchange contact information?
No,
No.
man. Again, just living life,
See on the road.
Yeah, man. We'll
Yeah.
see you in the streets
Yeah.
for the next deal.
living la vida mocha.
Good for you.
Greg,
Okay,
last thing.
19
Hold on, and then we'll get on this. If you were driving, I know you didn't, but just stay with me. If you were driving a Pringles truck and somebody pulled that, would you play ball the same way? Would you pull a Larry and the guy, and would you charge him?
I didn't drive a truck.
I understand that. That's why. What, Tim? What did I just say?
If.
Yeah, I didn't drive a truck. It's
Was
hard for me
Larry
to say.
apprehensive when you first started your pitch, or was he just immediately like, people
I just
are
came
always
around and I go,
talking?
hey, man, sorry to bother you.
I'm not here to rob you.
Yeah.
I go, sorry to bother you. Also, I think people are a little more at ease at an old folks home.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And again, I kind of did what he did in a different way. I didn't drive a truck.
He knew
Yeah.
you were part of the
Yeah, it was part of it.
society.
Show him a P&G card.
So 1927, that was the butterscotch crimpet, and that is their number 2 item. It's a big deal for them. 1931, they came out with this, guys. This originally was called Tandy Cakes.
Mm.
Okay, and then they changed it to Candy Cakes with a K. I think when Jessica Tandy passed away, or somebody, maybe it was Herb's wife who couldn't spell, had a speech impediment, and was calling these things Tandy Cakes
Instead of candy.
when they're really candy cakes.
I think it was a driving Miss Daisy thing. It boomed at that time.
Yeah, with Jessica Tandy.
Yeah, right. It was
Yeah.
kind of a wheel.
I think it was batteries not included.
She in that too?
I think so.
Really?
Boy, I
If you're
hope I'm
wrong,
right.
If you're wrong.
I think I
yeah,
might.
man.
I think I'm thinking of the oatmeal guy. Who's the oatmeal guy?
Wilford Brimley?
Yeah, he was definitely in that.
You
I think
confused Wilford Brimley with Jessica, Tandy?
I did.
Come
yeah.
on, man. Two
Well,
great
just see,
actors.
I could. I don't know. Maybe I'm onto something.
I don't think he's in.
Maybe it was the computer sued him. Wasn't there a computer company called
dude,
Tandy?
Hang on. She's in it with Hume Cronin, her husband, who was also in Cocoon with Wilford Brimley.
Guy comes out strong. Way to go, Sean.
Okay, thanks
I
everybody.
take it back, man. I was
Very
wrong.
interesting.
You were right. She looks great there. No?
What is Batteries Not Included all about? Remember that
Oh, yeah,
movie?
it's great. Little critters you fly around and then go in your house. I think they were like good little things too.
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
They
is
helped
it like a ripoff of
Johnny Five.
not number?
Oh.
Not Johnny Five, but the what are the little monster things?
Oh, Gremlins?
Gremlins?
yeah.
No. This
Okay.
is they're like
Little spaceships.
oh, Spielberg was involved in this thing.
he had a hand in it, man.
Aliens help a feisty old New York couple in their battle against the ruthless land developer who's out to evict them.
Okay.
I do remember seeing it. I think I saw it in the theater. 87 it came out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Jessica
Anyways,
Tandy,
guys,
she was great.
Tandy cakes, this is the gold standard here. This is what these people go crazy for. This is the number one selling item in the history of tasty cakes. And this is the number one selling item now, the candy cakes, the peanut butter candy cakes. What they say is if a Reese's peanut butter cup and Angel Food had a child, this is it right here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to try them. We're going to get into it. We're going to do another taste test. We're going to do some ranking. We're going to do all that stuff. In the 70s and 80s, they noticed that there were less teens living in the mid-Atlantic states. So they started to introduce a couple of, call it adult-focused items.
Okay.
Muffins, which we have a couple there, the blueberry muffin, which is it almost smells like Sean's cologne. It's taken over the smell of the whole
man, that's a really nice
studio.
compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then
Because it's fake.
chocolate-covered pretzels they introduced.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's right up my alley.
Yeah, I was alive, for the beginning of that. I don't think that was a thing. And that, I don't know, it was 80s, 90s.
Chocolate-covered pretzels didn't exist until...
I'm sure they existed somewhere in like a candy store, but they weren't
By
like
accident,
mass
even.
marketed until my lifetime. I would say late 80s, early 90s, where it's like Flips with a Z, and where Snyder's always had a nice chocolate-covered pretzel.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a thing, man, that you would find outside of candy stores. Also, I'm trying to think of something else. Like sweet potato fries were not a thing
Delicious.
when I was a child. Somewhere along my adulthood, I think the 90s, maybe the early 2000s, every restaurant started having them. Outstanding.
Man, they've been covering pretzels in chocolate since 1544.
Again, I'm sure somebody did it.
I mean, there's history of it.
This is a Philly brand. Tasty Cakes is a Philly brand. Apparently, the Flyers games, when one of the Flyers gets a goal, they get a case of Tasty Cakes.
Oh, really?
He goes, "There's a Tasty Cakes for so and so," and usually they donate the Tasty Cakes to a children's hospital.
Yeah, because otherwise you're slowing down your best players.
Yeah, with a lot of Tasty
Big
Cakes. The Phillies talk about it a lot. Harry Callis, former announcer of the Phillies, talked about Tasty Cakes quite a bit. Do you guys know who Harry Callis is?
Mm-hmm. I know the name.
He was their announcer forever. He was like our Jack Buck.
Yeah.
But where I know him from is he was the voice of those NFL films. He was John Facenda, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
And then Harry Callis was the second guy. So for all those, like, the narrator for all those, he had a great voice. It was really cool. Number one, the candy cakes. Number two, butterscotch crimpets, and number three, these cupcakes right here.
Who was the first to do the cupcake that Greg just picked up was the classic chocolate cupcake with the white icing.
Yeah.
Very
swirl.
very hostess.
I think they
cupcake
call
style.
these things twirls.
I always
cupcake
associate
twirls.
that with the hostess. I wonder who's the first to do that.
It's a good
We
question.
should get into that. Maybe we can look that up.
I mean, this is if they were the first, then Hostess is a thief. But that's a bootleg of the.
But a lot of
Hostess.
people are doing that now.
Yeah.
I always I go to a lot of like vegan places where they'll make vegan treats, and they'll do that. They'll have their
That's the
version
move,
of that, and they call it Fostess cupcake.
Really?
Faux, F-A-U-X. Yeah,
I see.
I love it. I love it.
It's kind of cool.
I love the puns involved in vegetarian food.
Yeah. My friend Landon Lyon, who's a comic, used to talk about the not dogs.
Sure.
Yeah. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
In fact, over the weekend, I had a sloppy no from
I
Salt and
see.
Smoke. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, Salt and Smoke has a sloppy no?
Yeah, it's new. I was at Cars and Guitars in Kirkwood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the Salt and Smoke's in Kirkwood now?
Well, it's opening in a few months, but
Okay. Little booth.
they had a booth down there, but
Promo
the
deal.
new one will
Sounds
be
smart.
open in the fall, hopefully.
Till 1941, these things were delivered in horse-drawn wagons.
Yeah, I love it.
When did the car come around?
The car,
Model T. What?
1920s,
it's been around at least since they've been dipping pretzels
right?
in chocolate.
20s?
I go like early 30s. No, that'd be depression though. I don't know. I know it was Model T was the first, right?
The first practical automobile, they say, was invented in 1885 by old Carl Benz,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really look like a car.
Yeah, he wasn't nothing until he hooked
Yeah.
up with Mercedes rule. They moved. They bought a real sweet bakery in the Philadelphia Navy Yard, and at some point in the sort of 2009, 2010, they started having some big financial problems. They borrowed a bunch of money from the city, and then this company down in Georgia, Flowers Baking, who has Dave's Killer Bread. That's what my guy Larry told me. He goes, that's their standard is Dave's Killer Bread.
Yeah.
So
Why were they having money problems? I thought they were crushing it.
TastyKakes?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess maybe it's just
Something's up there.
All kinds of things can happen, and they borrowed a bunch of money, and Flowers bailed them out, and Philadelphia was pretty happy because the taxpayers would have lost a bunch of money on that facility they built for them in the Navy Yard. I think it might be time to try some of these. What do you guys think?
All right.
You don't seem excited.
Well, as of today, I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm on a whole
I'm on
whole
a
new
zero.
kick.
I'm on zero sugar for 30 days.
So I'm gonna
Starting today?
Are you serious?
No, I'm on day 4.
So you're not going to eat this?
I can't, dude.
Okay.
I just can't. I mean, I guess if it, I will tell you what. I'll try Greg. This
I'm not
one.
supposed to eat any of these. Yeah.
I'll try a little of the. This is the number 2,
Are
right?
you in on this at all?
Podcast is a priority in my life.
It is,
So
man.
even though
And I mean, who am I?
No, you can refrain, Sean. And I'm not supposed to eat any of this stuff either, but I'm going to just have a
I'll
have a
try
bite.
this,
Just have a couple bites.
This was like the one that you can't find, right? The butterscotch.
Yeah, this is their most famous. This is the sort of big deal here. The candy cake. What do you think, Tim? Tim's eating the candy cake right now.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. This is the one that you described as angel food meets a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think it is kind of that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a good description.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
let's
good.
try this. Sean, you tried the butterscotch crimpet.
Pretty
What
awesome, man.
That I do want to try.
Pretty awesome.
do you- It's got the look of a zinger almost,
Yeah.
but a zinger's got
Frosted.
cream in it. Yeah, there we go. Tim is now trying the butterscotch crimpet.
No, that's great. I see why it's hard to find. You guys on board?
It's kind of a mild taste, so that the
Good.
thing before it kind of overpowers it a little
Agreed.
bit.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good. Boy, I mean, these things, snack cakes are delicious.
They are good.
That Little Debbie episode really had an effect on me.
Yeah, it did. Now this is where I get involved. I don't think this is one of their big items, but these donut sticks.
I feel like I know exactly what that tastes like.
All right, but you're gonna try it. All right. This looks exactly like a chocolate honey dip donut from Dunkin' Donuts back in the day.
It tastes exactly what I thought.
Which is good, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Outstanding.
These snack cakes are unbelievable. Obviously, there's preservatives involved. We did Little
What?
Debbie. Yeah. Is
No way.
Is this the worst stuff that you can eat?
I'm sure it's not. I don't know.
It's
Let's
got to be.
try this. It's the blueberry lemon
I
version.
feel like I
of-
know what it tastes like. I'm okay on this one.
Okay.
Because those mini donuts things are pretty.
You want to get involved with this?
They're pretty
Give it a
pretty easy to nail.
The lemon doesn't kick in till a little while too.
Mm,
What do you think of that? Huh?
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is outstanding, man.
And I'll be honest. I pick up donuts with my son like every weekend after soccer,
Yeah.
and that cake donut, it's the same. It's the same as the fresh thing that I get. Honestly, and this is the case also with Little Debbie from last
This is
week. or
the
whatever.
number 3 item, the cupcake. You got to
Oh,
give that a
man.
shot.
Sean.
Yeah, I just had that. Also solid, man.
This is what looks like a Hostess thing, the swirl.
Yeah. You could say that, or, you could say these guys came first. I don't know. I'm going to try to go right to the center.
There
What do you
go,
think,
man.
Tim?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not my, I think the Hostess one. My memory of the Hostess one is better than this one.
We're going to find out next week. Just so you guys know, Sean has abandoned his abstinence.
I know, man. That's what it is with me. Sickness. Once I break.
Good.
Yeah, that cupcake's pretty good. All right, now try a little bit of this. This is a cinnamon donut.
Fine.
Yeah, don't be a baby.
Yeah, I'm fine. I know what this is. It's good. I get it. These are good. Real good.
All right.
No, I have no complaints.
Nothing else you want to try? We got a mini muffin and a cinnamon.
I'll try a cinnamon.
Okay. Oh, Larry did tell me. He goes, cinnamon buns? He goes, if you got those, he goes, don't even bother eating them unless you put them in the microwave. Don't even bother.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
A
tip.
lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I put them in for 20 seconds with 3. Sean, do you want to try any of this stuff? Let me know.
Man. Let's just burn the whole house down.
Nah, don't go crazy.
Man, that's good.
That cinnamon bun's good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Consumers is looking for a napkin sponsor.
Oh, I got some towels for you here. Sorry.
Okay, great.
Now, again, these are probably, I think there's a Canadian guy on there. These are Mountie.
Thank you.
They're not Bounty.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah,
Randy.
makes sense.
Yeah.
We have a couple more items to try.
Mountie paper towels.
Yeah. I tried to do that joke on one episode before, and I just completely botched it.
You did? No
Yeah.
one got it?
Well, no, I just didn't say it right.
Oh,
It's all
okay.
my fault. I have a feeling this honey bun should be heated up, but it's not. But try a bite of that.
This is my last bite, all right?
Okay, man. Yeah. I care about the podcast. Sean?
I can't. I know. I just had that.
Oh, you
Just
did?
had it right there. Yeah.
No, it's different.
Okay.
Good. Great.
All right, we're gonna rank them. There's fruit pies there too. You can't do it. We'll keep that out of the ranking.
I don't like fruit pies anyway.
Okay. Man, in high school I got into those a little bit. They do have a chocolate pie,
Oh.
which looks pretty good. All right, so man, I don't think these rankings are gonna go like these guys thought they were gonna go for me.
Here's what I'll say. If you get points for originality, right? Something I'm not getting somewhere else, then I'm going to put that peanut butter TastyKake thing up pretty high because I'm not familiar with other
All right, you want to rank
products on
them?
the market.
You
like
rank
that.
them first.
All right, but I'm want to be clear. I'm giving points for that, for something different. Therefore,
Yeah.
TastyKake is number 1. Number 2 is the Twinkie-esque, frosted Twinkie-esque thing.
Are you talking about the butterscotch crimpet?
Yep, the butterscotch crimpet.
Okay, so we got the TastyKake number 1, the butterscotch crimpet number 2, which is basically that's exactly how it goes in the country.
Okay.
What do you got after that? We got this. You enjoyed the cinnamon.
I did, but there's something about the chocolate cupcake.
Chocolate
I just
cupcake coming in
love that.
third.
That's third, and then I'm gonna probably that cinnamon thing was good.
Donut stick, cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun next, and then I'll tie everything else because those are all
You can't do that.
they're
Come on.
delivering.
You can't
All right.
tie everything else. Come on, man. You have the cinnamon donut left over.
I'll put that lemon blueberry thing up.
There you go.
Next.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll fine chocolate donut stick,
Chocolate donut stick,
cinnamon donut thing,
cinnamon donut thing. Okay.
and then I will do the muffin. I guess is all that's left.
We didn't try the muffin though, so you can't rank it.
I
We're going to
know.
leave that out.
Okay.
How about the honey bun? I think. Did you try that?
Okay. Honey bun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did, and
Yeah,
it was
you did
good. I'll put that right after the other bun, the cinnamon bun.
Oh, you're putting that in front of the donut sticks.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring lemon blueberry up one, please.
Above the honey bun.
Little leapfrog. Yep.
Okay. All right. So just to recap, guys, Tim has these things ranked as the candy cake, the peanut butter candy cake number 1, the butterscotch crimpet number 2, the cupcake number 3, the cinnamon bun number 4. Kind of not fair because we did heat it up a little. The lemon blueberry donut stick number 5, followed by the honey bun, followed by the chocolate donut stick, and bringing up the rear, the little tiny cinnamon donut.
And I want to say that even that at the bottom is good. It
Right.
delivers. It comes through. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah.
These things are all pretty good.
Now, this is going to get a little crazy here, okay?
Okay,
Because
I'm
we have all been fairly aligned on a lot of stuff on this podcast.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to just blow the whole thing up, man.
Oh, this is your rank.
Yeah, this is my ranking, okay? I'm going lemon blueberry stick number 1.
Okay.
I'm going cupcake number 2.
Okay.
I'm going cinnamon. Let me try that donut stick again.
Yeah, man. Give it another shot.
Let me try the chocolate. I got to try the chocolate donut stick just because it's. I'm going cinnabon number 3, chocolate donut stick number 4,
Yeah, man.
honey bun 5. To cinnamon bun, 6.
Cinnamon. Okay.
I'm sorry, a cinnamon donut. You're right, Tim.
Yep,
Little
gotta get it
cinnamon
right.
donut, number 6. Then I got
Crimpet.
the crimpet, number 7. And then I'm going this peanut butter candy cake, number 8, the last thing. Can you believe that?
Is that? Oh,
This
wow,
goes against
man.
everything. One, maybe
Yeah,
because it's probably not Jif in there, so I'm a little spoiled.
Sure.
I'm going against convention because everybody thinks that thing, they go basically the opposite.
Right.
They got, again, that's the number 1 seller, that candy cake.
Yeah.
And then the 2 is a butterscotch crimpet. The butterscotch crimpet was just, it didn't have a lot of taste to me, man.
I agree with that. Again, I was giving credit for them having their own unique product.
Right.
Because this other stuff, with all due respect, your top 4 or 5, I can get anywhere. I don't have to follow a truck around. I can walk.
You cannot get this lemon blueberry donut anywhere. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That has got a very distinct taste. Did you try this, Sean?
Yeah, no, I did. I tried it right here.
It's good. It's really good.
It was really good.
I don't think I love lemon stuff though.
Okay. Well, you should have said that beforehand.
You're right.
You should have said that.
Yeah. I'll lead with that next time. I'll open up the podcast.
Yeah.
When you introduce me, you might as well just be like Tim Convey.
Tim Convey, guy doesn't
lemon.
care for lemon stuff. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. If we do, even if we do Mop and Glow as an episode.
Yeah.
Well,
I will not be indulging.
You
if
like
we do.
Lulu?
I do.
He does like Lululemon.
Good
He does,
Lululemon
man.
every now and then.
We
Yeah.
went together one day.
You and
Did
Tim
we?
went to Lulu.
Spent $2,000.
No, I did not. What are you talking
Tim did?
about?
We did. No, I don't know what you.
Did we ever go to
did,
one?
Yeah, we went to the one next to Saks Fifth or whatever there in Frontenac.
Oh, at Plaza Front.
Eric, you got a calculator over there?
No, I do not.
Okay. You're good with math, though, right?
I'm terrible at math, but I
All
can
right.
try.
So
And do my best.
the old yes and. Eric's taking some improv classes. That's good. Apparently, Sean's accusing Tim of spending $2,000
not true.
on Lululemon. Sean has spent $6,000 on cologne. Can you
Also not true.
Can you
Not
just,
true. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, that's not true either. That's what it.
No,
That's
just
what-
Greg
that's worth.
lies, but Greg thinks he's got this like ethics that like I'm the most upstanding guy. Oh, and by the way, dude, this guy throwing me under the bus for months. What do I see? I go to the Simple Minds concert the other night. I see he says a good friend from college,
Great friend, and high school.
John
Drexler.
Drexler.
He knows Drexler.
Love
He
Drexler.
comes up to me. He goes, "Dude, you're Sean for the consumers." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, man." He's like, "Oh, dude." I mean, guy was great. Big fan.
He's great.
Loves the show. The whole thing. He goes, "Yeah, man, I know Greg long time, man." He goes, "Oh, yeah, he was at my wedding." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's great, man."
One of my best friends.
Yeah, that's what, I was like, "Wow." I was like, "Do you guys talk much?" And he goes, "Nah, he hasn't called me back, man." He goes, "Yeah, I've called him a few times." I go, "Dude, I'll give you my number. I'll call you back all the time. You leave a message." Then busting his chops, I'm like, "Come on, man, you got to call your friend back." "Hey, man, I've been pretty busy. You know, I'm on the road. I got a lot of stuff going on."
I'm chasing down Tasty
Yeah, I'm
Cake
chasing down-
drivers.
John Drexler, and was Karen there too? Karen, I saw a picture.
Yeah, Karen.
She's awesome. Yeah,
They were nice people, but
I love this guy. I knew one of my friends from high school and college. That's rare.
You guys used to shove people in lockers together, right?
oh, not only did they do that, I'll even one better. His nickname is called
Melonhead.
Melonhead. I go, "What's that all about?" Turns out when they were at the University of Mizzou, Greg forced all the guys in the frat to stand in line and they measured everybody's head.
We did measure his head.
And Greg's like, "Sit down, I'm measuring your head. You're next, you're
not like
next."
that. We did
That's
measure.
why
Was it
he's a bully,
Was it
guys.
because you were trying to figure out what size locker to put him in? Is that why you?
Yes. What I'm saying, Tim.
Yeah, because all the lockers you had in college.
I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you guys did over there.
Steve Shuck was the first one. Steve Shuck was the first one to mention that Drexler had a big head. I remember it to this because we were watching film in football, and Shuck said he couldn't see the screen because of Drexler's head. Okay, I may have when we went to college, but Shuck was with us too. The Hammer, that was his nickname, the Hammer. The Hammer and
sense.
John and I were all in the same fraternity in college.
Yeah.
And
The Hammer, Melonhead, and your nickname was what?
G-Rock.
the Warden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So all of us, I think we all did call him Melonhead.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah.
He
And,
loved it.
I mentioned on the Courtney show, I think I said the other day that my friend John Drexler has a big head.
Yeah.
And he texted me, and this was the middle of the last few weeks have been pretty crazy. And I do feel bad that that I didn't get back to him. Here's the thing, man. If it was Sean's friend, it was like,
Here,
yeah,
look at this.
Sean,
Look at this, guys. Look at the pivot.
Yeah,
look at the pivot.
yeah.
He's doing exactly what he blames me on doing.
Let's hear
Just
it.
take the L, man.
Yeah, backing.
No, I'm saying the truth.
Let's hear it.
If it was so one of your friends, Mike or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the truth?
I don't know who these guys in Rochester are, Mike or Icus.
Yeah.
Came up to me and they were like, hey, Sean hasn't called me back. I'd be like, man, we've been pretty busy with the podcast. He's had a couple of things going. I'd cover for you a little bit. But you don't need to cover for me with Drexler. We go back a long way.
Not
I was
only
in
that,
his wedding.
he tried to exchange numbers with him. He tried to take him over as a friend.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I'll totally
He
call.
immediately pitched, hey, I'll give you my number. I'll call you back anytime.
The guy was awesome, man.
Let's catch a ball game sometime.
Nah, he was
Yeah.
he was great, man.
He is
Just hearing the stories, and it was just like, oh, this is great. And they're not calling back. Because if that was me, if somebody ran into Greg, that was my Sean never called me. He would lay into me for months on this show.
I haven't. The only time I laid into you was when Colleen said that you made her cry whenever you came to Rochester. When your sister cried whenever you came home for a period of time.
No, I mean it's fine, man.
And I told you.
I
I told you that was
let
wrong.
you say it.
I said that was wrong.
That's fine. I'm saying
I wish you
I
wouldn't
call
have
back
done
my
that.
friends. I call back my friends.
How was the show? How was Simple Minds?
I think they were great. Boy, I'll tell you this, guys. I mean, you know, listeners remember that. Don't you forget about me. That was the big one.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Doesn't really
can't-
go like that.
Can't, yeah.
you
I can't sing at all.
forget about me.
I know. I know. It feels like bad karaoke.
When you walk on by.
I'm a big fan of Simple Minds. St. Louis, not a big fan of Simple Minds. Not a draw.
Oh, really?
They were at the Hollywood Amphitheater, which
Hollywood
is
Casino
You know, I think with the lawn, it's like 20,000 capacity. And the lawn was closed. Like if you had lawn tickets, they bumped you into seats, and then even some of those back seats were closed. And
What if you had front row seats?
If you had front row seats, you're in luck. buddy.
Playing drums.
Yeah. He brought you up. Yeah, you're on the show.
Listen, we're going to do things a little differently tonight.
So we're in this box. So this guy goes, so we like got like this kind of like whatever, they VIP box thing. It sounds fancier than it is, but you'd say your own like kind of cut off like area under, you know, where the seats are. So I'm sitting, it's like Heather, me, and like two other guys. And this one guy by himself, he goes, he's probably a little older than me. He goes, Simple Minds, man. You ready? I go, I'm ready, buddy. I go, why do you think I'm here? And he goes, and then I swear he goes, you know why they're here tonight in St. Louis? I go, no. I go, why are they here? He goes, well, you know, today, he goes, June 5th. And he goes, you know, it was 40 years ago today. I go, no. He goes, the Ferris Bueller day off. That was his day off, June 5th, 1985. That was the movie, made it clear, like the Cubs game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. He goes, yeah, that's like the John Hughes legend. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's a fun little fun fact. And I'm like, all right, man. Well, good talking. And then I'm like,
Because John Hughes used that in one of his movies that did not have Ferris Bueller. This guy's logic.
that's you basically are picking up what I was putting down. Like, I'm like, and then I'm like, well, what is the correlation between
John
Simple
Hughes is
Minds
the
and St.
connection,
Louis? But John Hughes, I guess, would be because he did Breakfast Club, which Don't You Forget About Me was the big.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was stumped for a good 2 minutes of like, what is Ferris Bueller and Simple Minds?
It is a absolutely
he was so proud.
bananas assumption that
Oh, it's crazy.
Simple Minds will be like, our most popular song was in this movie. John Hughes made another movie that was popular.
Yeah.
This is the date. Let's make sure we're in St. Louis.
I know. Dude.
Where we don't sell tickets.
That has no connection whatsoever to either film.
Yeah.
And we don't sell any tickets.
It was
Cost off sell. Let's see what they're doing.
Hey, man, we could sell out in Bakersfield. No, we're not doing that.
Did you look at the calendar, you idiot?
Yeah, it's June 6th.
It's the Ferris Bueller.
It's Ferris Bueller thing.
He was
gonna
that
be
type
in-
of guy, though. It's like
Yeah,
his
but
dreams were.
was Simple Minds and Ferris Bueller? No,
No, man, but
but it's
we talked
John
about
Hughes.
Remember 30 years ago, we were like, someday.
You could have easily, in as many steps, linked them to Rock Hudson.
All right. Yeah. That is incredible that he told you that.
Well, I wanted to just like kind of be like, I feel like his dreams would have been crushed.
Yeah.
If I was like,
And
this
we're
doesn't
crushing
make a
them.
lot
That's
of
what we
sense.
do on this podcast.
Weird.
We're
Dream
Dream
Crusher.
Crusher. So,
Is that
and I
my water?
also shout out. Yeah, I took it.
So could I have that one?
Actually, that's yours. Sorry, dude. Met a consumer listener too
No, you
at the show.
drinking out of both of them.
Oh, a member of the coterie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really that's kind of nice. Somebody said hi in St. Louis, and took a picture, and they're gonna hate me.
Well,
'cause I can't
Drexler's
Yeah. No, but I mean, like somebody like I didn't, no idea. They were listeners, and to the lovely lady who said hi, we took a picture. I'm sorry, I'm a dumb man. I forget names.
Come on, man.
When, I'm curious
I
to see
feel
now.
Horrible, but you were wonderful, and you smelled terrific. And,
I wonder if people are going to start smelling you when they meet you.
Well, I can't. See, that's the thing. The jig is up because he throws a fit when I wear anything, and he does have like a mild allergy, so I can't wear if I'm doing shows with Greg, the cologne's over.
The juniper, yeah.
The cologne's over.
Yeah, but
do
you must have put some on before Simple Minds. It's the anniversary of Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. You out of your mind, man? Yeah. I went with 17.
Because Abe Froman,
Sausage King in
Chicago, and sausage has a distinct odor, so obviously.
And Soft Cell was there, and who else? It was a pretty big
and then
lineup.
I'll stop the world and melt with you. Doo-doo.
Who's that?
You seem to be getting better all the time.
Melt with you is
Come on, guys. You're better than that.
no,
Tim,
I know.
Trained
I'm having
musician.
a main
Modern
Modern
English.
Yeah.
So yeah, they came out. They did 6 songs and then Soft Cell. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was funny. I think that was half the set list was the crowd
humming.
doing that, like on that
cool.
closer. The only thing about Simple Minds, it's I think because that guy's like 60. I think he's like 67, 8. I'm sure his voice isn't the same. I think that's to be fair. They do that thing, Tim. What are your thoughts on this? It's like when they go to the crowd with the microphone and you got to fill. You love it.
Love it.
God,
I love
hate
it as a performer and as an audience member.
I don't hate it. I just don't love it. I guess sometimes it's like on such cool chords. I don't know.
Chords.
Is that what they're called? Verses? Lyrics? I don't know how you describe music.
You
What
guys,
is it called?
our audio Tim is laughing at Sean right now. He thinks Sean sounds like an idiot.
Well, what's it called? What am I trying to say? Lyrics?
Yeah, it's
Just
probably
good
the hook
lyrics.
of a song or
The
a
hook
part
of a
that
song.
everybody wants to sing along to. They'll turn the lights on the crowd and point and be like, "You guys take it."
Yeah. I guess I like it just maybe a little bit. Like I think he put his foot in the gas. I think there was about 15.
Just too many. He did it too many times. Yeah, but you're right. Some singers who maybe can't quite hit what they used to, they'll throw it out.
Clearly,
because a lot of times.
Oh, really?
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
They
So
know
they're covering.
they're covering, but in a lot of cases, it's that the highest part of the song is also the hook that people want to sing along to. So
Right.
it works out. So the part that what might be the hardest, most difficult part of a song to sing
Can you think
may
of an
also
example?
be the one that they're most likely to sing along to.
I mean, Axl Rhodes, maybe? He got way up there.
Yeah, well, like Bon Jovi's real. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Tommy used to work on the dock. That's really easy. But then you hit that chorus. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, that's so hard to hit.
Yeah.
That's also exactly the part that people want to.
I've told you with my main problem with Bon Jovi.
What? His hair?
And him going to the crowd. This is my this is my main crowd.
Yeah.
What happened?
My main problem with John Bon Jovi and all of his live performances. This is the thing that aggravates me more than anything.
no! What happened?
Great.
I think he does that one song, and at one point he goes, "One more time with feeling" to his band. One more time with feeling, and you know those guys are probably like, "Oh yeah, John, you want us to start trying now? Is that what we're doing right now here, John? You want us to do it with a feeling? Is that what you're saying, John? Because before we haven't been feeling anything.
Right.
You're just saying this time we should try, John. Is that what's going on? We should just go ahead and try.
Yeah, I've carried you for 45 years.
45 years I've been doing this, and this day. So you want me to go ahead and try now? Is that what you're saying, John?
One more time.
One more time.
with feeling.
I
think it's love. Your love is like bad medicine. I think is.
Your love is like bad medicine. Yeah.
Go ahead, finish it.
No.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Bad medicine is what I need.
One more time, Tim. One more time.
feeling.
With feeling.
What?
Yeah.
Singing my heart out over here.
I've been back here. You wonder why him and Sambura.
Tico?
Yeah. You wonder why him and Sambura broke up because Sambura's like, I've been doing it with feeling for a long time since we were kids in New Jersey. And now you want me to start trying, John?
I'm with you,
Why don't you check out the feeling on my new solo album I'll be doing, Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Name this band after
That's
yourself.
and I love Bon Jovi,
Sure.
but I don't like what he did there.
What's not like?
You know, I
what's
met
not-
Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi?
yeah.
Really?
I met him.
No, Steve.
Yeah. I met his brother, Gary.
Well, how? How'd you meet John Bon Jovi?
And who was that guy? Who was the tall guy? I'll tell you. The tall guy, he played for the Mets, blonde hair, looked like
Pitcher, yeah.
Noah
Syndergaard,
I
yeah.
met those two.
Oh, that was at the serious thing Nikki got you into.
Yeah.
right?
Nikki took me to see U2 at the Apollo.
In Harlem,
in Harlem,
City.
New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was like, because it's Nikki, like she's like, well, I guess we'll go to the after party. And I'm like, yeah, I guess we'll just go. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
And it's just every big shot. I don't know. God, there's so many people there. But then who walks out? You two's in the back room at this private table. And Nikki's just off doing whatever. I'm like, I got to get in this back room and meet the guys. But there's like 3-door guy. I'm like, man, there's no way. I'm not going to get in. So I just kind of kept lurking. And then here he comes. Tiny little dancer, Bon Jovi. He just scurried on up and very small guy. So I said, hey, John. I was like doing one of those.
What did he say then?
He shook my hand. I don't think he wanted to because I think he was like.
Well, you said, hey, John. And he said, one more time. With feeling. Hey, John. Was that good enough for you? Sambura's in the back going, I don't bother with it.
Sambora.
So he went in and then they opened the doors.
Yeah, Sambura.
Sambora.
Yeah.
Sambura.
Richie Sambora.
Yeah.
So wait, did you talk to him? So you go, hey, John.
I was just shook his hand and he's like,
you did?
Shook his hand?
You shook his hand?
Yeah. No, I talked to Syndergaard for a while.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I did not know who he was. I did not know, and I was
They
like
call
talking
him
about
Thor.
sport.
Mets pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because I believe it was the night after. There's a wild YouTube video of him getting ejected from a game, and like the ump is mic'd up and going crazy. I'm 99% certain that was like the night after on a Tuesday. It's like a legendary throwout video because for some reason the ump was mic'd.
Yeah,
and he's losing his mind. It's just, language is pretty heavy, but anyways.
Yeah.
So I got to meet John. I wish I knew that story. I would have put him on blast.
Yeah.
Still,
again, I'm a fan. I love John Bon Jovi.
Yeah. And by all accounts,
Runaway, one of my favorite songs
guy.
ever. Yeah. Is he?
Yeah. I think so. I've only heard nice things about
Well,
him.
they made that COVID album where he like put like a bunch of proceeds towards like.
He does a lot of good
COVID,
charity
like-
stuff, and then a lot of just like you hear a lot of good things about him.
Yeah.
John Bon Jovi.
I guess we should go to fun facts. We got a little lost there.
Oh yeah, sure.
Which is fun.
Real quick, that is one of the best cakes I've had. Period in my
Sean
life.
is pointing to the butterscotch
Sorry, thank you, Greg.
crimpet.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite things I've ever had in the cake department ever.
Really?
Yeah.
And I ranked it last.
I mean,
That's
that
surprising.
is dangerously good.
It's good.
Really?
And that's the one, to be clear, that was the tricky find.
That was the one I had to do.
You had to do the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was Larry. That was compliments of Larry.
Yeah. That's an off the truck crimpet you got there. That's probably why it's
right
so
off
good.
the. That's
Yeah,
probably
you get that in
right.
a store.
Right off
Yeah,
the
man.
Truck,
It's
man.
the right temperature like we were talking about. So.
Yeah.
Fun facts on TastyKakes from 1995 to 2018. The Eastern State Penitentiary recognized
Penitentiary.
Penitentiary. It's weird how you spell that,
Rudimentary.
isn't it?
Is it spelled wrong?
No, I think everything's going great. I'll do it one more time with feeling. From 1995 to 2018, Eastern State Penitentiary recognized Bastille Day, July 14th, with a yearly celebration involving TastyKake. A woman dressed as Marie Antoinette and her fellow reenactors would throw as many as 2,000 packs of TastyKakes from the towers of the penitentiary to the public below, while Antoinette said, "If the people have no bread, I say let them eat TastyKake." They also have a tricycle tour de France and a lot of baguettes.
Yeah.
What's the what?
Yeah.
I mean, I get the Marie Antoinette let them eat cake thing. But
Yeah. Why is Philadelphia enthralled with the French? Is that what you're asking? St. Louis is more of a French city than
Right.
Well, I guess it's just Bastille Day. I guess at the penitentiary they're like, it's Bastille Day. It's the big French holiday. So I guess they're like, what can we do? We got tasty.
I visited that penitentiary. It's a here's the thing. When I first read that story, I was like, they're letting the prisoners throw cakes, and then I realized it's been shut down for 100 years or something.
Yeah.
Oh, people just show up. It's like they do like events.
It's a tourist destination. I went. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, Liz and I went like, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Creepy?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's a prison. Yeah. It's rough, but it's neat. It's worth seeing.
Right.
TastyKake owns the naming rights of local sports talk radio station 94.1 WIP's broadcasting studio, which has been dubbed the TastyKake Studio, and it provides staff with free treats in exchange for product promotion. This has been a running gag with WIP hosts.
Yeah, I wonder if it's not really a gag if they're paying, or maybe it's not. Maybe they're just started calling it the Tasty
They-
Cake Studio,
yeah, that could
and they're
be.
getting Tasty Cakes.
That could be like us, like Jif. I want
The
this to
Jif
be
Studio?
the Jif Studio, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brazzi sent you that sweatshirt, man. Looks good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I get a lot of compliments. I got stopped. Where was I? I was at Dewey's Pizza wearing it the other day. 3 people
Oh, yeah?
were telling me, yeah, the guy who worked there, they loved it.
Yeah, it's a great sweatshirt. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John. Live
Yeah,
from the Jif Studio. In the 1950s and 1960s, TastyKake installed equipment that cut baking from 12 hours to 45 minutes
Yeah.
without sacrificing quality.
I mean, you enjoyed all these, right?
I did.
Yeah.
But
Sean
I-
says this is the best cake
I'm
he's ever
not
tasted.
kidding. I'm seriously. Like, I was very worried about these today. I'll be honest. I came in. I was like, Greg is just picking things to pick them.
Let's take a pause, okay?
Yeah.
Let's take a pause. I know fun facts are important,
Yeah.
but I want you guys to tell me if we had that lineup again, sort of in your mind. I kind of messed it up because I've been eating a little bit. If you remember, you had the that candy cake first, and then that thing, the butterscotch crimpet. Sean, where would you put the oatmeal cream pie within that lineup?
4.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You're saying that this thing is better than an oatmeal cream pie? So this thing
Oh,
right
yeah,
here,
yeah. This is the best thing I've ever had. It's out of Little Debbie. Like,
that's better than anything Little Debbie.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so blown away.
What?
The butterscotch.
And this is a man.
I have not.
You've eaten some Little Debbie.
I've eaten some sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it. It's my favorite thing.
It's
'Cause
better
the
than
butterscotch is
than a
mild.
zebra cake.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is like a breakthrough day for me.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be rough
it's
because
his-
you got to chase down a truck to get these.
I don't know. Man, I
It's
gotta
just East Coast blood.
Yeah, it is.
That's why, yeah.
because the butterscotch
We were born
is
closer to
mild,
here.
man.
So now I think your favorite were oatmeal cream pie, then zebra cake, and then
They were all up there.
the
for
Swiss roll.
Me. No. What was
I
the
think you had a
third?
Swiss roll in there. Oh, Nutty Buddy.
Yeah, it might have been Nutty.
Okay, so out of those 4, does anything on this table beat any of those 4?
No,
okay.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm
think
sorry,
oatmeal
everyone
cream,
feels the way they feel.
oatmeal
And
cream pie, and then the zebra cakes are just. And zebra cakes again, they get credit because I'm not finding that in other places.
Right. I mean, this is where I think this thing comes in. This lemon blueberry donut stick.
Yeah.
You just can't get this anywhere, and I think it's fantastic.
It was great. It was great, but
It's weird. I think this donut stick is better than a Dunkin' Donut.
Oh yeah, but that's
I know we had said that they're not
Not that
they're
hard to
inconsistent.
account.
Yeah, they're not too happy.
It's
with
not
it.
as good as the fritter at Donut Stop.
Yeah.
That fritter at Donut Stop's the best thing I've ever eaten.
agreed. They know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
Back to facts.
Make them fun.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Sugarcane and cocoa from the Ivory
I
Coast.
just think we need to take a second and say that was pretty remarkable what
That
just
is.
happened right
That
there.
is. You're really good. Especially 10 minutes ago, he wasn't even going to take a bite of anything.
I wasn't going to eat
You didn't eat
anything.
anything?
Like, I was like, I can't.
And here we changed your life.
Now I've had 4 of them.
Yeah. And this is a guy who you've eaten a box of oatmeal cream pies in a day, right?
Just, yeah, horrific amounts of
You've
sweet-
eaten a zebra
it's just
cake, several of those in a day, right? And this is better.
Several. Right now, it's the number 1 item I've had. I'm not kidding.
Good Lord.
There's something about the frosting spot on. It's not too dry, and the butterscotch is not overwhelming, but it's there.
Wow.
Just enough where it's not. I'm not. Usually, when you get into like things like that and banana, it's too much of that
yeah,
set
I know.
flavoring.
It is a
and
mild.
kills-
It's a mild
it's
cake.
on the screws. My favorite one right now.
It's good.
Which I was good. I was like I said, day 4.
So that was your favorite one too, right? Yeah, your number one.
No.
No, I put the peanut butter guy first.
Peanut butter. Where would you rank that in the Little Debbie lineup?
It's so hard to say without going taste to taste, but
Yeah, but that's why you're paid to do. You're a professional.
Yeah.
We're not asking an amateur to do this.
my top 4 Little Debbie are going to surpass anything on this roster.
established that.
I also am going to tell you, and I know you're not going to like it, but I'm speaking the truth here. Moon pie is beneath everything I've had here today.
It's fine, man.
For me personally.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, moon pies are terrible.
They're not
there's
terrible.
no question
They're good.
about it.
I love them.
I wouldn't call them terrible.
I don't be all right. I'm being a little.
Being a
They're
jerk.
not terrible. But they were my least favorite out of the cakes.
Yeah. But these are good. I'm impressed with Tasty I came in like, whatever.
Oh
See
yeah,
what
I
this is
didn't
all
know. I
about.
was like, you had to
They're
know
good.
these existed.
Yeah, they're real good.
Yeah, so.
Anything really good on fun facts?
In the 1970s, Betty White, or as Greg calls her, Elizabeth White, starred in multiple television commercials for TastyKake. Dick Clark, Sherry Lewis, and Lamb Chop were also spokespeople.
Sherry
Lamb
Lewis and Lamb Chop is
Got 'em both.
that's a ventriloquist act, right?
What?
Yeah. They're puppet actors.
You're telling me Lamb Chop is making Sherry Lewis talk?
No, man, you're not seeing this the right way, buddy. You're not.
It was a Greg bit, and I went.
Yeah,
I just
You're not
went
seeing
in.
this the right way.
I went full Warren on that.
The puppet. She's doing the puppet.
No.
Yeah.
He's so witty and sharp. If anything, I figure he's controlling her.
No, she's the one making the jokes.
Lamb
Sherry Lewis is.
Lamb Chop is
Lamb Chop's just a
great.
puppet. Yeah.
Really strong. Yeah, you gotta love tasty.
So
Cakes.
Beatrice Arthur was not involved with these at all.
No, they just got Elizabeth White,
Okay.
and no, what's Rue? What was her first?
Rue McClanahan.
No, but what was Rue short for? It was. I can't remember what it was.
Was it? Did we get
Yeah,
that?
we did. Hang on.
It was your father-in-law who was an advocate of Elizabeth White, right?
Correct. He didn't understand why you called her Beatrice Arthur, but didn't refer to Betty White as Elizabeth White.
Right. Tim.
Edie Rue McClanahan.
Edie Rue
is the full name. Yeah.
Rue is street in French. I always thought it was Street McClanahan.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it's not.
Where the Roos have no name.
Love it.
That's a bottle.
Eric, you don't want to try any of these?
I might take some home for my kids, like
Okay,
I said, but
gotcha.
I appreciate it though. Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to we got Hostess coming up. Might as well say it right now.
Yeah.
So I'm on the road. I got this like month-long thing where I'm just not in town. I can't get back. And we got some special episodes coming up, I think, that we'll talk about. But I may not be like we're banking some of these episodes, so they won't come out really. They may come out a couple weeks or a few weeks after we actually record them. But I think what we may do is have Tim and Sean come into the studio and just do a brief sort of introduction or catch up on like, hey guys, this episode's coming up, but just here's what's going on or something like. If there's anything present, like if something big happens with the coterie, or something big happens in brand news, or something big happens in Sean and Tim news, we want to make sure that we get to it. So we may have you guys come in and do a little bumper at the beginning of the episodes, just to let you guys know
of the ones that we're gonna bank.
Yeah, so we can be current. You know?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted this to be sort of evergreen type of content, but we're a part of your lives, hopefully. And
You're really showing behind the curtain, isn't he?
yeah, man. If anything, we're honest.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're often wrong. We're often stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Often we don't get along. Okay, and sometimes we're not funny, but we are honest. We do our best.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
That's true. That is true.
Let's get to some comments.
You got it. Oh, first of all, do you guys want to talk about Bar Rescue? A lot of people were excited about
I'll
that.
talk about Bar Rescue.
Go ahead, buddy. I didn't watch.
Yeah, well, I was excited because it's like, listen, Bar Rescue is on Paramount or Paramount Plus, which is the app version, Paramount Plus. I got rid of YouTube TV, just doing, the streams of Netflix. And so I was like, well, I'll get Paramount Plus because Bar Rescue's on Paramount. This is great.
Okay.
So go home, 9:00 last night, put it on. They don't have it. But they only show past episodes on demand from the last, over the first 8 seasons.
The first one you got to watch live broadcast.
Yeah, I just got bummed because
just
the
in
way
case-
they sell it.
Real quick, in case people missed it, Greg and Sean were featured in a recent episode of the show Bar Rescue. It's this show where they transform a different bar or restaurant.
Yeah.
A couple people going first to do recon. Sean and Greg were those guys in this particular episode. It just aired.
That is correct.
And you couldn't watch it.
But didn't watch it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to just get YouTube for 15-minute TV, that is.
Yeah.
I could just get that again. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So, I don't know. I ended up taping it at the Funny Bone. I taped it at the Funny Bone, recorded, on YouTube TV at the Funny Bone. So
Great.
I'll watch it maybe tomorrow.
I saw your trailer was
trailer
out.
looked
Saw
pretty
that.
good.
You guys look super cool in the trailer.
Yeah. So I had a bunch of people text me, say it was good. I think it's really it's like the first 5-10 minutes they're on us, and then after that, I think we're out. Once we establish the food is toxic and broken, then they're in the kitchen making noise and throwing stuff.
Yeah, we made some comments about the decor, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There was a turkey hanging from the wall. Greg had a line about that.
That was great.
Alligator, I believe. Yeah.
Well, that too. The place was hilarious. So.
Real funny. Well, if you got Paramount Plus, hopefully it's on-demand streaming soon.
Yeah,
Check
it's
these
a
guys
weird
out.
one. They don't even put this season on demand. It's all like season 1 through 8, and I believe we're on 9.
Okay.
It's really odd. I don't know. So it looks like you'd have to have a YouTube TV or a cable provider.
Okay.
Sling, one of those. So
This
So
is
we'll
always
see.
tricky, man.
Pardon me?
This is always real tricky
Yeah.
yeah.
because it could be like these guys are doing something shady, or it's confusing, or it could be that Sean didn't figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Figure out what?
Like you couldn't figure out, like he's saying you very well could have had access to it, but maybe you just didn't figure
Oh,
it
no,
out.
I could have. I could have asked for $90 that I just was not in the mood to pay to watch myself for 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
You couldn't pay $90. Come
I
on,
don't care
man.
that much, man. It's not like,
What do you mean you
look
didn't care that much, man? That's why we did it. I didn't want to do it.
I mean, let me clear. I didn't care that much that I need to watch it.
Okay.
Would I do it again? Yes. But it's not like, if I don't get to see myself, like I hate watching myself. I don't,
I thought you looked good in the trailer.
I think,
Yeah, for a minute I was like, is that 90s Sean O'Brien?
I thought it was
No,
90 Sean
no.
O'Brien.
That guy's hot.
That guy's real hot.
Or Bradley Cooper, one of the two.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Cooper.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I was seeing like more Vince Vaughn kind of
Really?
young Vince Vaughn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's tall.
Let's get to some more comments. Matthew Harris said, a lot of these are from the Cologne episode, the Creed
Okay.
Aventus episode. Matthew Harris said, which is the better definition of well off? New walk in the dumpster money or $6,000 worth of cologne money? We need some kind of scale.
Again, it was damaged new walk in the dumpster money.
Damn it. I don't know. It was still hot.
It was hot.
And then people
hot as
people
Sean
weighed
in
in.
the 90s.
They said
Yeah, thank you.
Mont Blanc Convy. I took a lot of heat on the Mont Blanc thing, which is fair.
Yeah.
Keith Berkey said, Sean set off quite a flurry of discussion this week, but nobody seems to be concerned with the biggest issue in my mind. Parfum is just an aggravating, awful sounding, and completely ridiculous word. I agree.
It's just French, just interchangeable with perfume. That's all.
This guy didn't like the French.
Parfum.
He didn't like the French, not the France.
the front.
He didn't like the French.
Dusty Slurry. Larry Miller.
Comedian.
I don't know if you guys saw this. No, this is not that Larry Miller. It's a different Larry Miller. He legitimately started a GoFundMe to buy Sean a suit. And last I checked, shortly before the episode, they had raised $44.
Hilarious.
Not even enough to rent one. My father-in-law contributed, by the way. I saw that.
Did he really?
Kim gave you money?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Listen, man, if they come through with the money, you have to buy a suit.
Yeah, we'll go to your guy, man. Yeah. Or if not, just donate to charity.
No, this is not going to charity. I mean, it is. But
Gee, that sounded. Clip that, Eric. No, we're not giving any money to charities. What are you, nuts?
we are giving it to charity. Yeah.
Up next, Jean Bryan or Jean Bryan, 4984. Thought this was interesting. I have a question for Sean. The Aventus, is it really worth more as it ages? I remember having a bottle of Chanel No. 5 that after a number of years, the smell worsened horribly. Will the smell change over time, or will it just be worth more because it's no longer available in that batch and is more of a collectible over time? Thank you in advance.
Wow.
That's a great
Good
question.
Great question. I love it. And the answer is yes, it will be worth a lot more. And yes, the smell will change mildly and 99.99% for the better. The problem is, obviously, scent is just very subjective. So it's like what I like, you might, blah, blah, blah. It's the same. It's like taste. So
Yeah. I mean, I had the Crimpet last on my list, and you guys have it first.
Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable. I can't even believe how much I like it.
Sean's in next week wearing a Crimpet cologne.
Which is why, and it's like, maybe I will apologize, and I just didn't make this clear. Like, I'm not home, like, counting bottles and then looking at, like, what it's worth and what I paid. I think people got very confused. Like, do you know how many were gifts? Like, things that I have sat on for 5 years. So this is what I was trying to say to this one guy. I mean, I got personal emails about this. Like, people very upset. So you buy a bottle today, it's $350. You sit on it for 10 years, and it's going to be worth $1,500. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
So did I spend $6,000? No. And do I have $6,000? Probably not. I was just saying, like, I don't know, $6,000, $5,000. I was just throwing numbers around. So
Yeah,
realistically,
it's something you enjoy doing. It's something you spend time on. You're not buying thousands of dollars of cologne, but
man.
what you've
Not at
accumulated
all.
over the years, which is also increased in value, is maybe worth around.
I
that
literally
much.
If
have
I had a wedding
drawer.
coming up and I didn't have a suit, I might think maybe I could liquidate some of this cologne.
Don't
I'm
start,
sitting on.
dude, or I will rat you out for some stupid stuff you buy. Be very careful here. And then you're
Ads. Guy buys ads.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was a good
Wait,
one.
what?
That was
You
one of your
go,
better
you go.
ones.
You spend money on stupid stuff, and he's like, "What?" And you go, "Ads."
ads.
For his,
Did I say on the Creed
for his
episode?
business. Yeah.
Yeah. For the shows that
I know,
I
man.
bring you with me to.
I was on drugs. I told you. Too much
Keep
clarity.
spending on ads.
Too
Greg.
much clarity. But
Keep
no,
it up.
I will be the first to admit it is a silly, stupid thing I do. Like I would not recommend it.
Yeah.
It's just a dumb thing. But I don't know. I know a guy who collects watches, and he's got $50,000 worth of watches.
He's also
But
got a suit.
I just the funniest thing is, and this is what I'll say, like one guy was just accusing me of like, you have all this money, and there's people sick in the world. Like I have all this money. I'm like,
saw
dude,
that
I am
guy.
the poorest guy associated with this network by like a long shot, and I don't care.
Hey, leave Nateland
I don't
out of
care.
Yeah.
But no, but it's like if you're gonna listen, I have a problem if someone's gonna say something that ignorant and stupid, like you're gonna get put on blast. That's just the way it is. Like I don't do this, so well, let him be. No, I will address it, and then now you understand. Like, oh, I see where this guy's coming from.
I think
And
I know
so-
the guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
and that
I
guy
won't get into it.
obviously
I won't get
didn't
into it.
understand that we were a humor podcast.
Yeah, right. I don't know how you can't. I mean, we're decorating things with
Peanut butter.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
because that's just clown stuff. Is that what you're saying?
it's a
Well, it
joke,
kind of
too.
does look like a clown, actually. Look, you got the colors and everything.
This guy's about to.
Scott Elliott said,
Scott.
I think that if we make a Mount Rushmore of consumer brands, we would clearly have Jif for Greg Warren and Creed Aventus for Sean O'Brien. But what is the defining brand for Tim Convey? And clearly $6,000 in inventory is a must.
I don't know. Belle Reve Country Club, is that a brand?
Oh boy,
Do not belong to any country club, and I never have.
Polo. That's what
Polo.
Polo.
He's
a
like
lot of
the
country
gang.
club players or people wear polo.
You're spending more
Ralph
time.
Lauren.
You're spending more time with them than I am, and have more relatives involved in them.
No,
yes,
I guarantee-
Yes. Yes. We're
Okay,
not-
hold
it's
on.
boring
without lying,
to keep
without
having.
lying. Let's. Can you be honest? Will you promise to be honest?
I don't think I've ever lied on here.
Who do you think has been to a country club more recently, me or you?
Oh,
Again, you can't lie.
50-50.
Well, I haven't been in a year, and I know that you've been with Taylor and Khaki.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
why? Why were you at one?
Membership drive.
We don't know.
I
You
think I
just
had
hanging
brunch.
out?
I think I had brunch.
Brunch
I
at
had
the country club. There.
Brunch
Oh,
at
that's
the-
brutal, man.
brunch at
It's
the club.
someone else's
I wish
country
you didn't
club.
say that.
Man.
So sorry.
That's like, yeah. Like I can't believe you just put that out there.
I'm trying to think when I
Brunch at a country club, that's
go to
the
the country
most-
club, it's with Troy, who's been on the podcast. He belongs to Des Moines Golf,
Yeah, he does.
and I'll go eat with Troy.
I went one.
Oh,
we
you
went.
that's
We
what I'm
went.
saying. I ate there too. I also had a meal there. Same thing.
Okay.
Okay. The defining brand. I'm not even going to say defining brand.
Yeah, what's your brand? Gibson?
Yeah, what is your brand, man? Fender?
Gibson.
Fender?
No, probably Moog, which is the synthesizer.
Oh, yeah,
there.
I know all
I'm
about Moog.
Super into it. Unfortunately, sold in the last few years, and it's kind of changed the way they do everything. But that is
Oh,
one
really?
I'm very passionate about.
I'd say you're pretty passionate about Little
Super
Debbie.
into. I am pretty passionate about Little Debbie. now.
Yeah. Zebra cakes?
Yeah. Yep. And I do love the Mont Blanc pens as well.
Oh, yeah.
I only have a couple of those though. Lauren Lickdonald.
Wait, time out. How many pens do you?
I
You
might
have two
spelled
pens?
that wrong. I have 2 pens. Yeah.
What are they worth?
Not $6,000.
That wasn't the question. What are they worth?
I don't. One of them I don't know because it was a gift, and the,
Yeah, you get gifts.
and the other one, I think it was also a gift.
See, guys, see what's happening.
More than a pen should cost.
I see what's happening. I love it. This is one of my favorite things. Sean thinks he's going to argue his way out of looking like an idiot for
Yeah.
his $6,000 of cologne. It's just not going to happen.
What do you mean? Well, he literally won't disclose a number because it's a gift.
So you can get Mont Blanc pens that are like
That's what I'm saying.
Any number
Again,
at all.
though,
I
again,
think
the point
mine's
is-
Stop talking. Let him talk.
mine. It's less than $1,000.
The other
Less
thing
than
is,
$1,000. So you have one pen that might be $800 to $900. Yeah, you're doing the simple mindset. That has nothing to do with this. Like you're bringing in two things that don't cross.
I got
I'll explain it.
Back when we signed our record deal, I got a fancy pen to,
that's a good
to
story.
sign the record deal with.
I like
something
really?
that I would always remember.
Now, do these pens, do they appreciate? Like if you sit on this and it stays pristine over 10 years, will there more value? We don't know.
I would assume so. I don't know. I'm not into that part of it. I follow the brand. I think it's cool. I had a Mont Blanc wallet. Like it's very,
Gotcha.
I mean, it's
the highest.
It's super cool
So
stuff.
they got pens, wallets, and what else? Anything else? Or a whole line of stuff.
Luggage. Somebody pointed out they have a scent. They have a few scents, Mont Blanc.
Interesting. Okay.
I like pens in general. Like I just like all kinds of different, in stationery and just write. I'm just into that stuff. And then Mont Blanc is like
great.
Certainly not the highest, but it's in terms of a big brand that's somewhat well known.
I'm gonna go buy a pen on there.
Yeah, do it.
I'm curious what the cheapest one is though. Bare bones, I'm spending.
Cheapest Mont Blanc? It's a good question. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Probably a few $100, I would imagine. Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
I've been a Nateland fan since day one. However, back in March, I decided to give your podcast a try. I was instantly hooked and dropped all other podcasts. Well, a couple months later, I've officially listened to every episode of The Consumers.
Yeah. Fan.
It's been a great ride, she says. Things of note. I'm a happily married woman, but I might have a small crush on Tim.
Yeah.
So do I.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Sean reminds me of my mom because she's the first person I would call if I needed to return something or fight a salesperson. You stick up for the common man, that's why. And your whole car thing.
And
Greg,
I appreciate that.
And Greg, well, let's just say he's definitely the guy I want walking down the street if I ever become homeless. If this comment actually does get read, I won't know for another couple months, as now it is time to hop back over to Nateland and catch up with those guys. P.S. I've only ever listened to you guys, and I have to assume that Randy Cash looks like Sam Elliott.
Exactly.
She made
Dead ringer.
all those assumptions about us and never seen it before.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Which I like. Welcome aboard. I have no idea how to pronounce this name, but Micah said, this is your last
Faf, I would believe.
Faf, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I anticipated this will be met with criticism, but hear me out. Skippy Super Chunk is easily the best peanut butter.
We have been the consumers.
No.
There we
I got
go.
to get to this. It's easily the best peanut butter by a 390 mile.
Thank you.
Jif certainly owns the creamy crown, and I do not dispute that fact. However, only soft and smooth coterie members, one might call them slippery or even moist, eat creamy peanut butter. Chunky peanut butter as a category is far superior. Therefore, we must evaluate chunky peanut butters in their own superior category. Jif should be embarrassed to call their chunky peanut butter chunky. The butter to chunk ratio is way too light. Skippy Super Chunky for the win. Case closed.
Yeah.
A lot of we don't even need to address this because so many people in the coterie did. This was a Facebook comment.
Yeah.
Including Dan Miller, who commented and said, yep, chunky Skippy is fine if you can get past the consistency and the taste.
There you go, Dan.
Which I think Dan said it all.
So she just buy a jar of peanuts.
Yeah, Mike, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, come on, man.
I mean, that is the one thing that Jif is without question better than Skippy on the regular, but I have heard it's contested on the Jif's chunky is not. That's debatable. There's an argument. There's nothing debatable about the smooth and creamy.
If what you're saying right now keeps me from getting more Jif stuff, keeps John Brazzi from coming on this podcast, or keeps us from officially being able to name it the Jif Studio,
Doesn't look wrong like that.
I'm going to hold it against you. No, it looks amazing.
Does that look bad to you?
No, it looks heavenly.
Eric, take a look at this.
Pretty good to me.
Let's smell it.
Yeah, smell it.
It's great.
All right, good, man.
It's great, man. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I mean, Tim, my job is
Sean, you got a
my
problem with
job
that?
is to call balls and strikes. I can't just sit here and just be like everything's great because they gave us a hoodie. I'm never going to do that. That's a sellout of my soul. So
you're going off hearsay though. You didn't.
That
even
does
say,
smell great though.
You said,
I'm going off. Well, yeah. I mean,
does
just
that
people
look like
say, it
bad
looks
consistency?
You think I haven't tried? You think I haven't tried them both?
I said this. I just said there is arguments to be made out there that the chunky isn't as amazing as the smooth and creamy. That's all I'm saying.
Before we go, does it, Jif? Greg is taking a chocolate donut made by TastyKakes. He is dipping it into the extra chunky.
This doesn't work very well.
Dude, he made a mat. We have a code red. We have a code red.
Yeah, this is not the Jif's fault.
Yep.
It's because of the consistency.
Yeah.
Actually, what she says, it doesn't. The consistency is perfect because it's standing up to. I can't.
It's not the GIF's fault.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have really anything. I mean, I guess I can go an edge of this.
Yeah, do that.
But lemon and blueberry and peanut butter ain't exactly.
Does it, Jeff? I bet it works.
Yeah,
just fine.
I mean, your point actually just got made perfectly here. Seriously, I'm saying that's exactly what.
Yeah.
What,
it's the opposite
Mike
of what
is
Mike
saying.
is saying.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Not Micah's finest hour on that take, but hey, I'm me.
But we appreciate the comments regardless.
We do appreciate it.
Keep them going.
Micah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
We hope you don't leave us, but
I respectfully
clearly
disagree.
looks
Do what you gotta
pretty
do.
solid right there.
But keep the comments coming on the all the YouTube videos, the Instagram clips that we put up. Keep those videos, keep those comments going because that helps them travel. And then certainly feel free to join the Facebook consumer page, be a part of the coterie on there. Thank you guys so much for your comments. Check out gregwarrencomedy.com. I'm at timconveystuff.com. I think this comes out the 24th. I think tonight, if you're in the Nashville area and not doing anything, come out and see me at the Nateland taping. So Sean will have just done.
That's right.
Sean has already
already
done his show,
but mine tonight
at Zany's
is the 24th. So yeah, come out and it'll be a whole lot of fun. Nateland Showcase.
We are the consumers you have been.
One more time with feeling.
We are the consumers you have been.
Consume.